great guy. Check him out if you
Monte? Marcel hat einfach eine Uhrenmarke? Ein Video, was ich schon seit sehr, sehr langer Zeit angucken wollte, ist von The Perfect Watch for Your Age. Real Man, Real Style. Beim letzten Mal hatten wir sehr viel Freude. Da waren auch so Sachen wie Casio und GShock dabei. Und ab und an kommentiert er auch mal unter meinem Video was. Wir schauen mal bei dem Kollegen hier rein.
Watch on today's video, gents. I'm going to assume you're 18 years old. You're spending your own money. You're buying your first real watch. One that you hope lasts at least a decade. This is something you're going to take off to college. Maybe you're joining the military. You want something that's going to be dependable. You want something that's
Das muss man auch überlegen, ne? Sagt er so, join the military. Sowas haben wir bei uns ja gar nicht, ne?
proven, and you want something that's going to be able to fit into your budget of either
das gesellschaftlich halt so präsent ist.
under $100, maybe a little bit over. Brand I would recommend checking out, Timex, in particular, their collaboration with Todd Snyder. Now, Timex, for some reason, doesn't get a lot of love from the watch snobs out there. And to be honest, the reason is a lot of their designs, a lot of their looks are boring. And that's why I was happy to see that they did a collaboration with a designer like Todd Snyder. And I have to say, some of these pieces came out really good looking. Right here, I've got the Maritime Sport MS1, and I have to say, I absolutely love the look. From the NATO strap to the dome crystal to just the overall build of the watch is good. And I have to say, my favorite feature is the Indiglow lume. So I've got a lot of more expensive watches. None of them have a cool lume like this. It's just really nice and refreshing. Yes, it's a quartz watch, but it's a good looking quartz watch. Now, this other Timex I have here doesn't have the Indiglow, but it is another Todd Snyder inspired by the military as a classic field watch. Absolutely love the simplicity, the overall look of this. And I've had some more expensive field watches. This is my favorite by far, simply because it's functional, it gets the job done. It's just a good looking watch, a great solid watch to start your collection with. In today's video, gents, we're talking about finding the right watch for your age.
200 Euro kostet das. 200 Euro ist schon wieder viel, ne?
Now for this next watch, I imagine you're 45 years old. You've had some successes, you've had some failures, and you understand that brand isn't everything. You want a watch that is a luxury brand. At the same time, you want something that's a good deal, and you want something that's going to stand up to the test of time, has some heritage, so you go with a Tudor Black Bay 58. For me personally, this is one of my favorite watches in my collection. What I love about it is that most people know Rolex, but most people don't know Tudor. And the quality that goes into Tudor watches and what you're able to actually...
Guck mal gerade, ich weiß gar nicht, was ich an Tudor-Uhren so da habe. Tudor, was haben wir da? Die blaue, die schwarze und die, ja. Eigentlich nicht schlecht, ne? Sehr alltagstauglich dann, ne? Ich glaube sogar bei der Uhr haben wir keine Pepsi mehr? Ach ne, die auch schon verkauft. Ne. Stimmt, Pepsi, ja, ist auch schon weg.
Get for the price is pretty amazing when you understand the history and how these watches are made. Also, as a dive watch fan,
also der Verkaufspreis bleibt halt stabil. Wenn du sie wieder verkaufen möchtest, wirst du einen kleinen Verlust hinnehmen müssen. Ne?
I had the Submariner, but I prefer the Tudor over the Submariner just simply because of the more subdued look. I love the colors. I love actually the size. It felt better on my wrist. I've got relatively small wrists. If you've got a larger wrist, hey, you got like, 8-inch, 9-inch, huge wrists like that, you could look at the larger Tudors. Not going to BS you here. I will say, though, they've got some bigger watches. And I want to highlight something I said earlier, and that is value, because I own more expensive watches, but I don't think they're any nicer. Having owned expensive and then having this watch right here that is a fraction of the cost of those other ones, I have to say that this stands toe-to-toe with any luxury watch out there. When you realize that you find a brand that just resonates you want to go for it. And just to geek out on this watch, one of my favorite parts is when I loosen the crown, I pull it out, to adjust the time, and how it's got this like concentric circle type of thing, this protector that goes out there. Most watches don't, even Rolex doesn't have anything like that. And I just love that small detail that they put into the watch. Now, gents, really quick, one thing I want to be clear about in today's video is that you can wear any watch at any age. I'm having fun here, but I want to state that if you wear it with confidence, if you love the style, you love the look, go for it. Now, of course, there are certain guidelines. You don't want to wear super casual watches with a dressed up look, or you don't want to wear dressy watches out in the field if you're going to be doing Marine Corps operations. Point being is find what you like and wear a watch that's functional, gets the job done, and that you enjoy wearing. Whether you spend $12 or $12,000, find the watch that resonates with you, one that you love to wear and own it. Today's video, gents, is brought to you by Vitaman. Let me just save you some time. Vitaman makes the best damn grooming products on the planet, bar none. Now, of course, as an owner of the company, I'm not at all biased. But seriously, gents, we make great products down in Australia using natural and organic ingredients and not using things that are going to harm your body, like aluminum. In your deodorant, go check the ingredients. Most likely you've got it. In our deodorant, no aluminum, and it keeps you smelling great all day. Now, gents, I could just sit here and tell you how awesome our products are, but let's save you some time. I'm going to give you some product for free. Seriously, down in the description of today's video, I've got a special link which will take you over to our free sample page. Grab it while we've got them. Limited supply. It's not going to be around forever. Take advantage of this deal.
Ja.
That promotion was fast.
Ich
Let's
warte
get back
darauf,
to the
dass
content.
Marc auch bald so
This
Werbung
next
macht.
watch, I'm assuming you're about 24 years old.
Ey, wisst ihr, was lustig wäre? Stell euch mal vor, ich würde mich bei Sascha einkaufen. Stell euch mal vor, ich würde bei Sascha Werbung buchen. Oder bei Nico. So im Video, aber ich gehe so zur Agentur und sage, ne, ich möchte gerne diese einminütigen Sachen kaufen bei Sascha. Und boah, das wäre so nice, ne? So dieses, mein RTL. So, und dann, ja. Kannst du auch locker for free machen. Ich kann es mal vorschlagen, ja.
Getting into watches. You're not sure if this is a hobby, if this is something you want to enjoy, so you want to go with a brand that is proven, something that's affordable, but something that still you're going to get good value for your money. I advise checking out the Seiko 5. So most of you guys have heard of Seiko, but not everyone has heard of the 5 series or know that the 5 series has been around for over 50 years. And this is their idea of putting out very durable, very reliable watches at a very affordable price. Now, this particular watch is from their dive collection, but they've got a wide variety. Most of them are going to be sport. Most of them are going to be casual watches. You're not going to see too many dressed up Seiko 5s, but what I like about this in general is that these are watches that get the job done. Something that you can wear with a suit. Look at the SARB 033. These higher quality Seikos are going to cost you a few $100. But this will be something you'll be able to use for the next 10 years unless you want to upgrade to a luxury watch. And really, you'll only be able to see a slight difference. Seiko makes a really great watch in the $400 to $500 price range when it comes to dress watches. And really, it's about size. At 38 millimeters, this works well on a smaller wrist. But if you've got larger wrists, you're going to want to look at a larger sized Seiko. The Sari 55 at 41 millimeters across, this is a great size for any wrist, even a larger wrist. And if you're 21 years old, about to graduate college, you want a watch that you can wear into those high-end interviews, but you don't have a big budget.
Darum muss man auch denken. Stellt mir vor, ihr seid beim ersten Bewerbungsgespräch, die Uhr sieht doch perfekt aus, weißes Hemd dazu. Ich mag die spitzen Zeiger nicht. Ja, ist okay. Kann man schon machen.
This is going to be a great option. Now, what if you're 35 years old? You got a bit more to spend. You want a great looking sports watch, a watch you can wear every day. Check out the Seiko Prospects. Personally, I like this style so much, I grabbed 3 of them. Now, this one here I kept. It's from their Save the Ocean series. I love the look of it. It's a little bit large for my wrist, so I don't wear it very often. The black ion here, I actually bought 2 of these. One I gifted to Aaron Marino, and the other one I gave to my son, and he wears it all the time and absolutely loves it. This watch also has a really cool nickname known as the Seiko Samurai because when you look at the hands, they look like a sword. I really just like the overall styling of this watch. Just a great looking watch. Now, what about for a man in his late 50s? You're 58 years old and you love to travel. In particular, you love France. You love the food, you love the wine, you love the women. Yeah, I feel you. Guys, let's talk about Yeva. If you've never heard of this company, it's an established brand. They've been around for a long time. Really cool company. I got a chance to meet the owners in Mauritius, and it's a company that I think is making some really cool watches. If you haven't seen their Superman Heritage series, just absolutely beautiful. I've got one here in bronze, and just a good looking watch. You can find it in a variety of sizes, and again, an established brand that most people in North America have never even heard of. And speaking of a brand that nobody's heard of, let's talk about Zelos. So I see you as being a 30-year-old up-and-coming watch snob. You want to own watches that nobody's heard of, that nobody's talking about, that are made from meteorite or have unique properties. Go check out their website. I really like the styles. I own one myself and enjoy the watch. Really a cool brand that, again, is flying under the radar and most people have never even heard of. So for the next watch on our list, I imagine you being a 39-year-old business owner. You just had your most successful year ever and you want to celebrate. You want to buy a Rolex, but you don't want to buy a sub, and right now they're hard to find. You want to get the classic Rolex, so you check out and you find out about the Explorer. Anyone that's ever seen an Explorer, has owned an Explorer, they can tell you that, yeah, this is probably the perfect Rolex watch. Debatable,
discontinued, ne?
But when it comes down to simplicity, an elegant looking field watch that is going to be functional, gets the job done, and is just amazing to look at, I'm happy to own it as well. I'll tell you, the Rolex Explorer is a solid choice. Now I get it, some of you guys are saying, come on Antonio, Rolex, boring. What if I've already got 10 watches in my collection? 5 of them are Rolexes. I want to find a micro brand, but I'm looking for something a little bit higher end, upscale, good quality, value for money. Check out Monta. So when I saw the Triumph, first time I saw this watch, I was like, that thing is beautiful. Yeah, that blue mixed in with the brown. I bought it immediately. And then I went and bought a couple other watches. I have to say Monta is making some of the best, most functional watches out there. It's a brand most people have never heard of, and the owner, Justin, is a great guy. Check him out.
Monte? Marcel hat einfach eine Uhrenmarke? Genau das suche ich nach 10 Rolex-Uhren. Ja, genau. Vielleicht.
Haven't heard of them, and yeah, I'm going to put Monta on this list. But what if you're 16 years old and you've got absolutely no budget? Okay, maybe you got 20 bucks to your name. What can you get for 20 bucks? Well, gentlemen, look no further than the classic Casio F91W. You got a couple options. You can go with plastic, or you can go with metal. Now, I'll admit, it's a little bit on the small size, but when it comes to a classic watch that'll get the job done, boom, you got it right here. Now, what if you're 19 years old and you know that you're going to be an aviator? You're going to be a pilot, you're going to fly in the military, maybe you're going to fly in the airlines. Well, check out the Nighthawk by Citizen. It's a classic
Skyhawk,
aviator's watch, a little bit complicated, definitely cool looking, and you look around, you can find these at a decent price. Next up, for you boys in your 60s, maybe even in your 70s, you want a classic watch that's never going to go out of style, that you can dress up, you can even dress down, and is going to look good with anything, and you got a little bit more money, go with the Rolex Datejust. Right here in the blue, I've got it with the white gold, just an absolutely beautiful watch. And pay attention to the bracelet. Make sure maybe you change it up. Go with right here. Can anyone name the type of bracelet I've got with this watch? Yeah, let me hear from you guys down in the comments. Do you know it? Now, what about for you corporals out there? You 21-year-olds out there in the military, or maybe you're 27 years old. You're going to make a career of it. You're out there in the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, the Army, the Coast Guard. You guys know I'm looking out for you. Check out GShock. You probably already knew this. In fact, most military guys, when you go out there to buy a watch, they grab a GShock. Why? It gets the job done. You can throw these things.
Marc, du hast doch die meisten Uhren noch nie gesehen. Also tatsächlich, also Seiko kannte ich, die Casio, GShock, alles andere, Citizen habe ich schon mal gehört, aber ja.
Around, and yes, they're a little bit pricey for what you get, but when it comes down to it, you can't replace simply having the durability. In fact, most guys I knew when I served, they carried 2 of them. Actually, that's not true. Most of the time, it was just an overprepared lieutenant that was carrying 2. All right, Jen, so I know you got an opinion. I want to hear from you down in the description. What watch did I miss? What should I have added to this video? Agree, disagree? Did I get some of the ages right? Did I get them wrong? Let me know. I want to hear from you guys down below. And what video to watch next? How about the right leather jacket for your age? Seriously, there is a right style, there's a right color, there's a right brand. I don't break it out into that much detail, but I do give you some guidance.
Er ist auf jeden Fall energized, das muss man ihm lassen, ne? Aber macht auch Spaß, ihm zuzugucken. Was ist die richtige Lederjacke? Ja, tatsächlich.